Ooh, I'm having a really good hair day today, and I also put on lipstick. So, anyway, I wanted to answer some of the questions that I received from you about the Fertile Mama Fertility Fix. I'm actually really excited. We are officially closing enrollment on the 30th, the full moon, the lunar eclipse, which is a really good time to set our intentions. So, thank you for those of you who already enrolled. I'm super excited. And there's like a woman walking her dog in the backyard. All right, I'm going to not get distracted. Let me close that curtain. So hi. So some of you had questions about the Fertile Mama Fertility Fix, and I'm just gonna like cut right to it because this is probably what you're here for. Your number one question was your concern about the price, and I totally hear you. And many of you said that you really wanted to enroll, but just couldn't swing that all in one go. So you wanted to know if we could do a payment plan. So, yes, the answer is yes. I set up a payment plan. If you've already gone on to the site, you might have seen that we did a 6 payment plan for, I had to look it up because I had to write it down. You can't do that in my head. So the 6 payment plan, you can pay over the course of 6 months at $186 a month. And special surprise, starting today, we set up a 12 payment plan for $97 a month. So much more doable. With both of those payment plans, you'll still receive the Conscious Conception, hi Bree, the Conscious Conception journal binder, which will be a place where you can put all of your printout materials, which I'll talk about more in a second. For those of you who already have or plan to do the full amount of the course all at once, I have a special gift for you because I really want you to be successful in this program and be able to get everything you need. And that is a $150 gift card that I'll put on your account in the Wisdom of the Womb shop so that you can buy all of your teas, your bath salts, your womb oils, whatever you want to try. And that doesn't feel like putting all that money down at once. Won't be like, well, now I can't get my teas. If you put that money down all at once, I'm going to send you $150 so you can buy whatever you want in the shop, up to $150. There's still a few of the fertility amulets left, so jump on that. Oh, I should have worn mine. I've been wearing it. I took it off. Hey, Amy. So there's some other questions that I wanted to answer. I was just talking about, for those of you who are just joining, that we did set up a payment plan for the course, which I'll talk about more at the end. I just finished talking about that. And then some of you guys just wanted to understand like the rhythm of the course, the rhythm of the program, what it's going to be. Do you have to show up for the lives? All of that kind of stuff. So when you enroll, you will immediately have access to the pre-recorded videos, which are about the different phases of the cycle, how to track your BBT. You're going to have like a chart you can print out. There'll be actually a lot of printout materials you could have, which is why I'm sending you the binder, like a 3-ring binder, so that you can print out all of your materials, have them. There's also going to be a journal in there where you can actually, there'll be some writing prompts so that when we're in each phase and talking about each phase, there'll be some writing prompts and questions for you to begin to explore. I'm going to be available going live in our special accountability group, which is just going to be for the women who enroll, a much more private group to talk about the things I have planned and then to also talk about whatever you want to talk about. So getting you really squared away with your products that you should be using, the teas, the different phases of the cycle, the energetics we're bringing into each phase of the cycle. And then the bonuses we're going to also be doing live. So the one that a lot of you guys were asking about was like the different diagnoses bonuses. So there's going to be one where we just talk about endometriosis, one where we just talk about PCOS, one where we just talk about high FSH, unexplained miscarriages, so there'll be that access to really, if you know and you have a specific diagnosis. And then we're also going to do one where we just talk about unexplained infertility. Oh, how can you sign up? So I will put the link to sign up. Actually, I'm going to do it right now in the comments. And you should also see in there, I'm just going to put the main link, Fertile Mama. Got Mama Fertility Fix.com. So go there, and then you'll also see the the options for the payment plans. So certainly if just paying once a month for the next year is what's available to you, that's a great option. And I want to let you know also that while I can't guarantee pregnancy, I do feel confident that this course will help you at least feel more connected to your body, to feel more connected to yourself as a woman. I think there's going to be some really great exploration that we'll do together. So I do have a money back guarantee that if you don't feel like your needs have been met during the next 2 months, that you can get a full refund after 60 days. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so you're gonna have a ton of materials that you print out. We have like a Moxa guide, we have a Yoni steam guide. These are all videos that have been pre-recorded that you can watch how to do a Yoni steam, where and how to do your Moxa. There's also going to be the printouts that you can do to keep in your binder. I want it to be really clear for you. And I also, the most important thing about this is that I want to feel connected to you. Like, I don't want this to be like a distant thing. This is like my replacement to my one-on-one private practice that I had to shut down or chose to shut down to be, safe at home with my kids during COVID. So I do want that connection. I want to be able to meet each of you where you're at. The other things that are going to be live recorded that we'll work on together, where you can come and join in the live and ask your questions, are the Maiden to Mother journey, which is so powerful. And that's really about like the more energetic of how we shift from the mindset of a maiden. And even when we're in our 40s and 50s and 60s, we can still be kind of stuck in that maiden mode. It's kind of like a more patriarchalized feminine, and really shifting into a mother. And women who don't even choose to have kids, still, it's important to do this. So I'm excited to answer your questions about that if you have questions about that. We're also going to talk about polarity in relationships. And I kind of compare that to like two batteries. If you have the two sides that are positives and you put them together, they repulse each other, they repel each other. But if you have the opposite side, and you bring them together, they create that spark. And I call that spark like the spark of creating life. So that when you have yin and yang in balance in our partnerships, we can bring that together and have that spark of life. So that's often what happens, especially when infertility is an issue with a couple. Do you guys have any questions while you're here? The financial one was the one that most of you asked, so that's the one I wanted to speak to again. And in case you weren't here for that, I'm now offering payment plans. So instead of paying in full, you can pay over the course of 6 months, $186 a month, or you could even pay over the course of 12 months at $97 a month. And everyone will receive a fertility binder. You can see a picture of that on the sales page that I added below. And for everybody who does still choose to pay in full, you'll receive $150 gift credit to use at the Wisdom of the Womb product site. So that's shop.wisdomofthewomb.com. So to walk you through the course a little bit, because that was kind of how what some of your questions were at. You can really look at everything all at once. I recommend that you print out just one phase at a time. So you'll start with the detoxification phase, and we'll kind of go through the detox. We'll talk about that, talk about the products you can be using. There's a big food guide in there, what foods might be sabotaging fertility. There's a lot of materials for that one. I have some recipes in there. I will link everybody to a food plan that you have. So you'll have access to that. And then, everybody's timing is different, but we'll move on to the blood phase. And we'll talk about the energetic of the blood phase, which is letting go, and also different tips and tricks you can do during the blood phase, the products you should be using during the blood phase. We'll do some writing prompts about how we hold on to things during that phase. We'll move on to the yin phase next, which is where our follicles are developing, and you'll have materials to print out also. And we'll also go live to talk about that as well, but what you can be doing during the yin phase to improve the quality of your follicles. Follicular improvement does take 3 months, 3 full cycles in general. Like, nobody can promise you improving the quality of your cycles within a week. It takes 3 months. So we'll talk about what you can do over the course of the next 3 cycles if high FSH is an issue or you're worried about follicular development. Then we'll have chi phase material, a chi phase pre-recorded video. And again, if you have any questions during it, I'm going to be going live every week to answer all of your questions, sometimes twice a week. So it's a little bit of hand holding. The Chi phase will explore ovulation, how to support ovulation. We'll look at the areas in your life where you might feel stuck. Energetically, we need that boost of energy to ovulate. So we'll see like what might be keeping your follicles stuck, what might be keeping you stuck energetically. I love the Chi phase. We'll talk about some exercise. I might even bring in one of my friends to do a little movement guided thing. We'll see. The Yang phase video includes an implantation protocol. Oh, in the Chi phase, we'll also talk about sex a lot. The implantation protocol in the Yang phase, we'll talk about warming, we'll talk about moxa, we'll talk about recurrent miscarriages. What else? So that's the pre-recorded videos that are all there. You'll learn how to do womb massage, you'll learn how to do yoni steam, you'll learn how to use the moxa. Oh, sperm count. So we could definitely talk about sperm count in the conscious coupling and polarity. This is definitely more for women's fertility, but in the printed out materials, I do provide different supplements and stuff that your partner can be taking, or he could just take the morning rooster tea. But this class specifically, besides the polarity one, is really for the feminine. And I do find, though, that as we become more kind of in our yin, the yang of our partner does tend to rise. So that is that. I am really looking forward to this course. I'm excited. We'll start with a full moon meditation. What is that? 2 days from now, the 30th? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So if you are on the fence about enrolling, or you're not sure, you have some more questions, this is your time to ask. Certainly some of you sent me some emails, and they were mostly about the financial aspect of it. So for sure, I want to send you the link. I'll add in the comments after this the link you can go to just get right to the 12 payment plan. I think that'll be really helpful for a lot of women, and you'll still get your fertility binder. And there's still a few of those beautiful fertility amulets left. So if you were really hoping for one of those, head over to the link. I put it in the comments. And if you didn't want to ask your question here, feel free to email me. You could email info@Fertile Mama Fertility Fix. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so confident, in fact, that I am offering a money back guarantee. Not that you'll get pregnant for sure, because every woman's body is different, but that you'll feel more connected to your womb, connected to your fertility, and kind of confident and fearless in your own fertility. So 2 days left for this version of this course. I might do, other versions in the future, but I'm not necessarily going to be as much a part of it and have the live recordings and the live access and me going live, because I imagine that at some point in the future, eventually, I hope COVID will be over and I'll be able to practice again and, see my one-on-one patients. So this is kind of the gift that COVID has afforded it. So I'm excited to do it this way and to be able to connect with women all over the world, not just in Boulder. You do need Facebook. I assume that if you're here, you have Facebook. Some people ask me like, I don't want to go on Facebook. The group is going to be on Facebook, so you can still get the material. I'm going to share the material that we record on Facebook Live. I will then put that accessible for the women who have enrolled in the course page, only accessible to the women who have enrolled. But that's the only way you're going to have live access to me. So I hope that answered some of your questions. I am super excited. This has been great, really good so far, and we'll begin in 2 days. So reach out to me if you have any questions. And don't forget, if you do pay in full, you get that $150 gift card in your account. So I'm excited to share that with you, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Bye.